Hey guys, so this is usually around the time I'd be making a fairy tale video, but haha. So instead we're going to be talking about those pesky titans. However, speaking of fairy tale, I actually made a video like this for fairy tale a couple months ago, and after some recent events have transpired in the manga, I decided that it would be relevant to make one for Attack on Titan. Before we continue, I'm going to put out a spoiler warning that I cannot stress enough. The things that have happened in the past 2 chapters of Attack on Titan are probably the biggest spoilers you will ever see if you are not caught up. So if you have not read up to chapter 86 of Attack on Titan, click out of here, don't even bother. Like, even if you're curious, don't even think about it. So of course today we are going to be discussing whether or not we think Attack on Titan will be ending soon. Now, this is interesting because the way things are going, I could see Attack on Titan being over in 2 years. I could also see Attack on Titan going on for another 20 volumes. Because you see, the thing with the recent chapters is that we get so much information about the world. So many things from the very beginning of the series just make sense now. So many things have been revealed. There are still a lot of things that have yet to be revealed, but it feels like we're going to be figuring them out soon. And of course, you know, this usually happens near the end of a series. I mean, if you take stuff like Full Metal Alchemist, which was also a monthly series that ran for 9 years. Keep in mind, Attack on Titan has been running for 7 years. In that series, you know, around the same point as we are in Attack on Titan, like, a lot of stuff gets revealed. Like, all of the endgame stuff gets revealed. And then, of course, the series was only a few more volumes, so, you know, that's the type of stuff you want to look for when you want to figure out when the series is going to end. But the reason I think Attack on Titan could go on for a lot longer is mainly because, of course, its popularity, but also, when you think about it, like, the world just opened up. Like, the world just exploded. Figuratively, of course, I mean, we find out that the entire series so far, all 86 chapters, well, 85 chapters, have taken place on one small island. And there was a whole other world out there, just a huge world, and honestly, I have no idea what could happen. Like, there are so many things Isayama could do from here. Although, I do think the option of it going on for a lot longer is less likely. The main reason is that I'm pretty sure Isayama, like, from the very beginning, just had a story that he wanted to tell, a set story with a beginning, middle, and end. And while he originally wanted it to be 20 volumes, now it's of course a bit longer than that. I still feel like he is keeping with his original vision and that we are starting to enter the climax of this series, so we can finish it up in a couple of years. And also, if you remember, sometime last year, one of, I believe, the editors of the manga actually did say that there was about 3 years of the story left. That being said, it's been a year since then. I don't know what Isayama's thinking. He may have thought of some other story arcs he wants to include before the series ends. And judging by the popularity of the series, there's probably a lot of pressure for him to keep going. Which kind of scares me because I don't want Attack on Titan to overstay its welcome, because the manga has been very, very good recently, and I'm really hoping it stays that good until the very end. I really hope it doesn't get dragged out. Because, you know, we really don't want a Dragon Ball situation here, you know, where the editors really pushed Toriyama to continue the series, and he ended up just, like, making up a bunch of stuff. You know, that may have worked for a series like Dragon Ball, but that really won't work with Attack on Titan. I really feel like when this series ends, it will just be, you know, a complete story, no bullshit, just here you go. So, all that being said, what needs to happen now in Attack on Titan for it to end? So I'm seriously picturing it ending in like about 20 chapters. So about a year and a half. I mean, that seems like a pretty decent length for me. I mean, Isayama's still young, he can move on to a bunch of other manga, make some more hits. But so basically everyone inside the walls is going to find out the truth. Especially now that, you know, Historia is the queen. I doubt they're going to keep living as they have been now that they know all of this information. So I have a feeling like the final arc in this story, which we may be getting into now, is just going to be a war between all of the people on the island against, you know, all the mainland fools, who of course have, you know, all the crazy Titan Shifter powers, a few of which we haven't even seen yet. And, you know, we still have to find out what happened to Ymir. You know, I'm sure Annie is going to make a comeback. Zeke and Reiner are still at large. And, you know, one of the biggest problems for the crowd inside the walls now is that, you know, pretty much all of their soldiers are dead. So to some it may seem unrealistic for the series to be over in 20 chapters, but I mean, you also have to think of just how much can happen in 20 chapters. I mean, in just a single chapter, we got almost the entire backstory of everything. So I really do think it's realistic that the series will be about as long as Full Metal Alchemist, you know, 25, 26, 27 volumes. Might get up to 30, but honestly, that's all I think this series needs. It doesn't need to go on forever. It really shouldn't. I mean, it's such a great series, so I'm sure it'll be sad when it ends. But that being said, when it ends, we'll finally be able to look back as the series as a whole and appreciate it. Hopefully, if the ending doesn't suck, but I'm sure it'll be great. One quick theory I'm just going to throw in, and no, this isn't a theory video. You know, when Grisha was arrested and thrown onto Parody Island, That was 20 years ago. Like, what if the outside world has actually gone to shit since then? I mean, they don't start sending people over to attack until 15 years later, which is, of course, where the series starts. They only send over, like, a really small amount of soldiers. And, if they were building an army for a while, it seems kind of weird that only a few of the Titan Shifters would have been sent over. Like, the fools outside the walls on the mainland, I have no idea what their strategy is. But what if some crap went down? What if the outside world isn't as cool as Grisha made it out to be, because after he left, it went to complete shit? So say if everyone actually gets there, maybe everyone's already dead, who knows? And with that, I'll leave you to it. You can discuss it in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.